There's the waterfall. Just spectacular. Well, we got in to camp here at Upper Duckabush Camp late last night. Not late. What time was it when we got here? 8 o'clock or so. So it was getting dark, but we had to hurry to get our food bag hung, which took a while because there's no bear wires here like the Park Service said there is. We're gonna have to inform them that it's not here. So we had to string our own bear wire, bear line, with 2 trees and 2 50-foot ropes. It worked. Anyways, today we are going up to Marmot Lake and then up and over O'Neill Pass, down a ways, and then we're going to go back up to go over Anderson Pass, and eventually we're going to be at Honeymoon Meadows is where we're staying. So another supposed about 15 miles. My knee's not feeling the greatest, so it's probably going to be a whole day event as well. Hey, before 7 o'clock. Let's go. Alright, where we gotta go here? I think we got another maybe small stream to cross here. Definitely some weeds to go through. Ooh, look at all the flowers. Those are pretty cool. Looks like this is a seasonal stream. Oh. Maybe this is where the bear wire is. I was thinking we should come over here just to see. Do a little more looking around. We've had a better campsite. Nice campsite down there. And a privy. You need to poop? No? Alright. Well, now we know in case there's a next time. Alright, you need my chicken balls. So, yeah, this sign says almost 18 miles from here to Duckabush Trailhead. Felt like it. And then we gotta go to Marmot Lake and O'Neill Pass. And there's this cool confluence of streams down here. One coming in down over there. There's a cascade there. Be kind of a fun little place to go swimming, huh? Wading. We're gonna miss all this out in eastern Washington. We're gonna have all these streams, at least I don't think. And we got a little bridge. Is this the way we need to go? Over there, huh? Alright. So I tried doing this with the camera in my hand. Hup. Hup. Ah, the bugs are out. Yeah, looks like they've had a bridge across here that got destroyed. That's oh, there's a fish. Did you see it? That's darting. I got it. Not gonna fall in. Not watching the screen. There we go. Off the log. Oh my gosh. Got some rock hopping to do. Nice. And into the forest. There's the waterfall. Slow that down. Cascading waterfall. I think we're going to see quite a few today. Hopefully some in the Enchanted Valley, although those are probably going to be on the other side of the valley, way far away. These are pretty close. And yeah, kind of bushwhacky. Not here, but then with a couple of blowdowns. We had to ford over the Duckabush River. Kind of cold, but wet feet. A hot day, not too bad. Although it hasn't gotten hot yet. But that sun up there, yeah, that is going to make it hot. So yeah, blowdowns here and there. Birds chirping. It's a good day the Lord has given us. Oh, there's a sign. Yeah, we're at 3,500 feet. So we have our stove anyways, and there's a fire ban. No, I look back and see all the snow on the north face of the mountains behind us, and that's where all the water's coming from for the Duckabush and all the streams around here. You can even see a falls up there at the top. It was cold water coming across the Duckabush. Okay, we got to get up to Marmot Lake. Get water. I think what we're looking at there is the backside of the brothers. The two peaks. First time I've seen that. Marmot Lake. Just filled up with water with the stream coming out of there. We're going to be going to O'Neill Pass. We came from Upper Duckabush. Yeah, there's the lake. And it's probably pretty warm with the sun the way it is. And I think the campsites are over in that general area. Anyway, so we're going to stop here to get a little snack, a little rest in the shade somewhere. Snow up in there. Maybe we'll see some today. Alright. We gotta go up and over O'Neill Pass. Oh wow. This Heart Lake is pretty nice. It's a pretty shallow, I call it a pond. Oh, what did I say? Heart Lake? No, it's Marmot Lake. Heart Lake's up further. This must be where the water goes out. I can hear it. Does this just go to the water? Or? No, that's the trail. We really have to go up that. That just seems ridiculous. Alright, gotta figure out the path. Okay, no, that's not going up that hill. Just going out here. How are the campsites here? Did you see any? Where's the campus back there? Yeah, I think back by the in the trees over there would make sense. All right, so we got to go up and over O'Neill Pass, which I think is to the left of that high point up there. We're already up at, what did I say, 4,300 feet? Yeah.
44.
Almost 44. We gotta go up to 5,000, so that's not too much further elevation. Then we gotta slow down. Then we gotta go back up for O'Neill Pass, or sorry, Anderson Pass is up there. Oh, here's a tent site. That's a nice one. It's got grass and everything. Yeah, I think that's just go up to look. Although there might be a privy somewhere. Don't know if there's bear wire. Didn't see any.
No, you're not. Small thing.
Yeah. Alright. Time. Put this away. Get my poles out because my knees are killing me today. O'Neill Pass. And there's snow up there. 5,000 feet. And that's the mountainous area we were seeing before. Beautiful day. Almost ready for a downhill. These beautiful flowers through here. Oh, there's a little water crossing in here. Cool. Alpine stream. Got a little wet. Oh well. Just spectacular. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When through the woods and forest glades I wander, and hear the birds sing sweetly in the trees. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur, and hear the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And when I think that God his Son not sparing sent him to die, I scarce can take it in, that on the cross my burdens gladly bearing, he bled and died to take away my sin. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow in humble adoration and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Man. That That's Anderson Mountain. There is a glacier up there. I think it's called Eel Glacier. You can see from here. So we're going to go up over Anderson Pass, which is to the right of all that stuff. Around the corner here. Pretty views. I think we saw just the tip of Mount Olympus a ways back. But yeah, it's warm, but at least we're going downhill. And it is a nice, easy downhill. Hey, a lot of teenagers sitting in the shade. Ugh. That's Enchanted Valley, and there are just cascading after cascading for hundreds of feet coming down from that snowfield up there all the way down into the valley. It's not surprising why it's a popular area. Alright, apparently that is not Eel Glacier. Eel Glacier is on the other side, but obviously that is a glacier. There's ice I can see up there. It doesn't get any better than this. We just finished our little mashed potatoes. Noah's washing the pot. This is the trail. And this is the view. Oh, we have our little break. Absolutely amazing. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. Look at those flowers. Just crazy. Yeah, it's putting on a show. So, again, that's Anderson Mountain. We're going to go around the corner here to the right to get to our Anderson Pass. But we have to go down in elevation before we can do that. I'm going to sit here for a little bit longer and enjoy the view. Alright, we made it to the intersection here with Enchanted Valley Trail. We're going to go to Dosewallips trailhead that way, of course. It's up this way. We just came down from O'Neill Pass. So it's about roughly 3,200 feet here. And we've got to go up over Anderson Pass up that way, which is around 4,500 feet. So, and it is hot. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Blazing hot, but hey, there's some clouds that might help us out here eventually. But yep, there we go. You made it over 2 passes. Sweaty high five.
You made it over the rock.
Oh my gosh. That's insane. Yeah, it does kind of look like there's a campsite up here. So, yeah. Went over 5,000 foot O'Neill Pass, which I like that one better. It's less up. And 4,500 foot Anderson Pass. Don't have quite have the view here, but it's nice and breezy. And now the hard part, going down. So pretty much downhill from here. Gotta get to our campsite. Probably gonna have dinner before we get there. Maybe at the La Crosse Pass Junction. I think there's actually a camp there.
I will not survive without dinner.
Yeah, okay. We'll be on our way. Saw a small bear. I was like, oh, look at the falls, and then there's a bear. I don't see him. Probably went into the trees.